You've seen, I've tried like a few things in my hobby.
Hmm.
And I don't know how I find the time for it, but when I do, it's my quiet time for me. And I will like create something out of nothing.
Yeah.
And
You
I would,
make like skincare products.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I was so tired of not finding natural products and I don't like aging.
No one likes
Like,
it. But I've told my brother you look the same for the past 20-ish years.
That's so
And we
sweet.
both agree. We're like, actually, I think he brought it up. He's like, hasn't she looked the same for the past 20 years? I'm like, yeah, she totally has.
The thing is, I got into herbology a little bit because I wanted to explore natural medicine
Mm-hmm.
more so for my family because
Yes.
my parents are aging and Samir is a young boy and everybody has their own needs for their diet and their this, that, and whatnot. And everybody has pains and aches.
Mm.
So in response to the needs of the family and friends, I have spent some time exploring things as a hobby. You've seen it.
Yeah.
It's been fun,
Mm-hmm.
but I had to pack everything up after a couple of months of work to say it needs to sit in the background for a while because I can't put any time into it at this stage.
Oh, you might have too many balls rolling at the same time. Like you maybe
Yeah.
just too many things that you're doing. And you're
Yeah.
like maybe for a different season of life.
Right. So I can come back to things that are very different.
Mm-hmm.
I love going to concerts every now and then that I've never seen music, and I will go see that kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
I get invited to a lot of different networking events, and sometimes the networking groups I know nothing about, I'll just show up.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel awkward for the first 15, 20 minutes until I can strike a conversation with somebody who's very interesting, and I will learn a lot from their journey.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot that happens that keeps me
Mm-hmm.
growing.
Do you
as a
come
person.
home and share your daily experiences with your mom and your dad?
Not always.
Your son?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay.
So I leave a lot of my outside the house stuff because when I come home, I'm in a listening mode.
Okay.
I listen to what their needs are, what they need done, and what they want. Basically, there's a lot of work stuff that I don't ever communicate with anybody
Mm-hmm.
because just when the day is done, it's done.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's going to be a new day. I don't
Yes.
relive the day in that capacity.
Mm-hmm.
I think about certain things at the end of the day to devise a plan for what's going to happen the next day and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to talk about work when I was a lot younger.
Mm-hmm.
I never talk about those things in the house anymore.
Okay.
So it's fully compartmentalized.
I think that's healthy because I found that last year myself, I was talking about work so much that Shrey, my husband, just said to me, he's like, this is all you talk about. And I had to realize it from him because it was probably affecting the relationship in a negative way.
Right.
And then imagine this, like you walk out of the office at 5 o'clock, but then you're still carrying the experience
Right.
of the 9 to 5 with you the
Right.
entire day. So it's not a fun space to be in your head. And I think that, yes, they say it's healthy to vent, but to a degree. So
Yeah.
I think it is good to just like leave it at the door when you,
Right.
yeah. And it goes both ways. Like,
Yeah.
don't bring like home life into work and work life into home. Easier said than done, but it takes experience.
Yeah. So you can quite easily have a discussion. I am a huge believer that have the discussion with the person you're having an issue with. If you're having an issue,
Mm-hmm.
have the chat with that person, not everybody else. So once you start
Yes.
doing that, your conversations become very clean,
Mm-hmm.
very compartmentalized. You don't bleed one aspect of your life unnecessarily into another.
Mm-hmm.
And you gain the courage to address things where they're supposed to be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
That is 100% not easy to do.
It's not, but at the same time, you probably will end up earning the respect of that individual because you have the integrity and the strength to speak up to them.
Right. But I wouldn't say that I'm 100% compartmentalizing it to the point nobody knows what's happening in my work life.
Mm-hmm.
They have a good appreciation for when I have to travel. They know where I'm going, what I'm doing, what the business development activities are, or
Mm-hmm.
when there's like a delegate coming over to our offices, they know which country they're coming from and how many people are sharing. Like cursory stuff, everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond it, I don't really discuss issues outside of their context.
Mm.
Not anymore.
Okay.
10 years ago, I may have been a chatty person to bring home discussions. I realized that you should not talk about other people's problems with random extra other people's, even if they're family.
Yeah. Last time we hung out, And I realized that you're a very curious person and you take interest in a variety of things. And when we hung out, I think it was like last summer. It was when I was expecting. I remember that we went to and had high tea.
Oh,
it was it was a lot of fun. So I realized after that, I'm like, oh, she is so brave and so curious. I want to be really curious in different things in my life too. How can someone maintain a curiosity or at least grow that? Because I think that as you get older, you can get a little jaded.
Okay.
You can get a little bit like kind of like stuck in the routine of things. So let's say if someone's struggling with that, how can they ignite some sort of curiosity in their life?
So
have a learning sort of spirit, I guess you could say. And have fun with it.
Right. Okay. I do understand what you're saying. So I have actually seen it in people that sometimes they get extremely busy with some cycles of, how should I say, repetitive work.
Yeah.
As a mom, you have to deliver so many, you have to do so much for your child that when they're very young, that there's very little time left for you to develop other aspects of your life comfortably.
Right? I know that firsthand.
So when they grow up, you have more free time. Like
as their day-to-day life gets more structured with school.
Pretty much. Yeah. So, and they figure out their own activities and whatnot. So as a mom, when you are a little bit more free, you can choose to spend that time adding something to yourself, like a new skill, or you can do it with intention is better. It cannot be so opposite to your natural interests that you actually feel forced to be doing it. It has to be aligned with your nature. Okay. Like if you enjoy gardening, but you don't have the time, while you're not doing gardening, you can read about it.
Oh, I get it.
Like when you have time, you will probably execute on that knowledge. So like herbology, I was telling you that I recently, for the first time in my life, I actually made products that we use around my house. Everybody uses it around my house. So I never had the need to create them. Yeah. But I was curious about it. And now I'm so curious that I've figured out where to get the right books, which I want to read in future. I don't have them today, but I know where I'm going to get them from. So pretty much curiosity can be a response to your needs as they're changing.
Oh, okay.
I intentionally add something different to my skill set. 1 year, I learned how to ride a motorcycle. The next year, I needed something completely different. I wanted to learn something different because in every movie at the end, it's the people on the motorcycle that are escaping. That's true. So I'm like, I don't want to be stuck in the car. I want to be on the motorcycle. It's actually funny, but I met another girl who's a bike rider who said, I learned it for the same reason.
For the same reason. I think there's something romantic about it.
Right? Oh my God, I loved it. I loved learning it, and now it's a life skill. And just the other day, my mom was teasing me. I saw this helicopter in the air. I said, Mom, there's a course to become a helicopter pilot. And she goes, yes, that sounds very important. Drop everything, pursue this. She said it sarcastically, happily. But in the meantime, she said, it's so funny that you just see things and you're all of a sudden like ready to do it.
Yeah, you're like super excited about it. Yeah.
I get excited about things, but I get excited about things that are completely new. Because the thrill of feeling that awkward moment of not knowing anything about something only happens once.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. When you're not confident in executing something, probably like the first time when you were on the motorcycle.
Absolutely. Yeah. I wanted to know what it was going to be like if I could ride, if I could add that skill. And I went and I tried it for a couple of hours and I had the biggest smile on my face. I'm like, oh my God, I could be doing this. Both my brothers were riding at the same time. So I was actually encouraged by seeing their joy as well. I was like, okay, I want to experience the same joy. Now I did jet ski last year. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do a lot more of this year. But now this year, I want to try parasailing. Okay. So that's one more experience, right? So I'm actually quite excited about different experiences.
I understand, yeah.
The only thing is that I do it with intention. I look for new things.
New things. So that you can get the excitement and the joy, memories as well.
Yeah, that's a byproduct for sure. But one day I was counting all the different types of transportations in the world that I've experienced. And then I was listing out all the ones that I haven't. And I'm like, oh, I want to do this. So that was actually a fun thing to think about.
That's a fun thing to think about. Yeah.
So it was actually quite fun. I'm like, no, I'm never jumping out of a plane. That's not an experience I would enjoy. I don't want it and I don't want to do it. But I enjoy parasailing. I imagine that would be fantastic. So yeah, it's just little experiences because I know the joy of a new experience is so good that I want to experience it again and again.
Okay. Sometimes I feel like there's a disconnect that women have between what they think they are and who they want to be.
Right.
So, and I'm asking you this because I see you as a very confident person. So, what tip would you give to someone that is struggling with their confidence? They want to be a leader in a certain industry,
Right.
or they have aspirations, but they're lacking in the confidence. So, should they fake it till they make it? Should they do what Maham, our previous guest, said, start acting like your future self?
Right.
Or do you think that confidence is just like part nature? Or does it come from parents?
Right.
What can they do?
Right.
Yeah.
So my goal in life has always been learn. Learn and learn more things. You should grow in your skill.
Okay.
I think I don't know if it's true, if somebody would agree or disagree, but I believe confidence is a byproduct of knowledge you gain, skill you have. The more skilled you are at something, the more confident you would feel talking about it, executing it, writing about it, so on and so forth, right? So your entire focus should be learning things that you want to build upon. So I'm always learning something. Like even today, the whole day was learning a brand new product, establishing a net new partnership with a vendor we don't know anything about. And I was literally sitting there patiently for like an hour, just making sure I understood their product really well.
Okay.
That was also part curiosity. I was curious about their product. I was very excited about the partnership we're going to have, but I needed to learn.
Yes.
So when you learn, you can speak with confidence about something because you have an idea of, I have some knowledge of it.
Yes.
Like you realize that you don't know everything about anything, but you have some knowledge of it, right? So when you talk to a mechanic who's been fixing a certain type of car for the last 10 years, they know about everything about all the last 10 years models for that particular car.
Yeah.
So they will talk with a lot of confidence about it and you will have faith in their ability, right? So I feel that nobody should have to fake it. You shouldn't have to fake anything. Everybody who's new in a journey should communicate quite frankly and with confidence that they're new in that journey.
I get it.
And people will have more respect for it.
Yeah, and take the time to learn.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I have a lot of respect for somebody learning something new, doing something new, knowing they're doing it as like the first time or the second time. I will have a lot more respect for it than somebody pretending like they've been doing something for a long time, because eventually it will show.
Eventually it does. True. Yeah, you can't hide it.
So you should just live your truth in the manner that is unapologetic, that you should be allowed to try something for the first time. You should be allowed to learn to bake a cupcake, and it won't taste great the first day, but everybody will know this is your first time baking it.
Yeah, and then you get better at it over time.
It's just grow your talent, whatever it may be. As a mom, if you don't feel very confident and comfortable as a mom, learn from other moms.
Yeah.
See, it's like a year old. If your child is 1 year old, maybe talk to a mom whose child is 2 years old. Talk to a mom who's had 5 kids who've gone through these stages, right? So, and you can learn from books. You can learn a lot from your independent search. Personally, I find if you just build upon your previous knowledge, you get there.
And also have like patience with learning, because I think sometimes people get frustrated and they're like, oh, I'm not good enough at this, and I don't want to try any harder, so this means I suck at this and I'm not going to go any further. Some things you know for sure, like you are not good at ever, so you have to know yourself. But I think patience is a good thing, and I'll use like a very simple example. Like Shreve is really good at making chai. And he's been making it since he was 13, and I'm not that good at it because I didn't make it throughout my life that much. And I didn't step into the kitchen that much because I was intimidated by my mom's cooking, and I was like, she's the master at this. But once I started making it, and I would say like more recently, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna make it myself and I'm gonna wing it, and eventually I'll get better. And then if I serve it to him and he has a sip and he's like, oh, this is really good, and I've made it a goal of mine, I'm like, my chai will eventually be better than yours. So it's just patience, trial and error. Sometimes I mess it up, and sometimes it's really good. So That's a simple example, but I think people need to give themselves patience.
You said it basically. We expect to learn things very fast. We expect to become experts by just learning, taking on one online course in something, and then have very high expectations of what's going to happen next. I think we don't value the
time and experience
that it takes for somebody to become an expert in something. I think we're in the generation now has probably been getting the idea that there is like quick response. So I meet a lot of people who in my own industry, if they transition from another industry, which is very welcome because we need a lot more people in this industry, they have an expectation that I'll just do a couple of certifications, or if I just take one year course in something, I will be at par with people who've been doing it for the last 15, 20 years. The idea should be that you welcome yourself in a new industry with the humility that people in that industry have had the knowledge of years of doing things or learning from doing different things. Have that mutual respect, because everybody in the industry welcomes you with that respect that you're new to the industry. And they have the patience for you. But you cannot expect yourself to just transition into medicine over like an online course or something, right? You can't just transition into engineering and want to build a bridge because you've seen it done online. Like, it's not that simple. There's still a lot of merit in giving yourself a strong foundation in education. However you get it, whether you get it from a school, whether you get it from online learning, or if you're working in a family business, it doesn't matter where your education comes from. You have to get foundational instructions,
and build upon it.
You have to build upon something, and you have to give yourself time.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a lesson for millennials and Gen Zs and Alpha and Beta, like all the generations.
Yes, absolutely.
It is.
I think we should have respect for experience. Like, people have put time and effort into their skill.
Yeah. Let's say a mom has been out of work for like 3 years.
Right.
She took the time out to raise 2 kids. Right. Now she wants to transition back to work.
Right.
What tip would you give her to like stand out from the crowd, to really sell herself? I know what my suggestion would be. I think that mothers are really good like project managers.
Right.
They're managing their own schedules, they're figuring out the meals, the whole household is like being run by the mother.
Right.
You could say, not to discount what the fathers do as well.
Of course.
That's my take on it, because I feel like there's a lot of balls that are running or juggling at the same time that mothers figure out.
Right.
And the project management skills is one thing that they can really capitalize on.
I think there is so much a mother has learned in the time when she becomes a mom to when she's raised a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old. The way they look at their own selves has to change. Being a mom, it's like gaining superpowers, learning things you've never experienced before. Body changes, your structure changes, your lifestyle changes. You used to get up in the morning, maybe you went to school, maybe you went to work, and then you just came home at 5 p.m. You got some time to relax, you went to sleep, you took a nap, you went to a party, you took the time out to go play a sport. But once you became a mom, you were there for your child 24/7 for a short period of time until they're able to be away from you for periods of time, right?
Yeah.
I think moms should just look at that phase as, wow, I can't believe I've done this.
Give themselves more credit.
All the credit in the world. When I see moms who have 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids, immediately I have this thing run in my head that they have already done twice what I had to do, 3 times what I had to do, 4 times what I had to do. So my respect goes higher and higher, at not just because they have more kids, but because I know what it takes to be available as a parent to a child growing from fully being dependent on you to slowly exercising their independence in a way where you have to learn to back off as well and start having more faith in their independence and whatnot, right? So I don't think a mom should ever have to compare, oh, I've been away from work. No, you actually took on 5 times the work you were doing before.
Oh, yeah. full-time job.
Beyond full-time, because it's 24/7, right? Like your sleep gets interrupted.
Yeah, that's a big one. And then your body adjusts. Like now I'm on 4 to 5 hours of sleep and I do fine.
Yeah, so I think in that time you can, quite frankly, you can let the future employers know that I've raised an 3-year-old or whatever the case may be, or I was stay home and I was a homemaker. You have to change the narrative to I didn't do anything in this time to I was doing 5 times what I normally do in this time. So it's
all about how you look at it.
Yes, I think moms can be kinder.
Why do we downplay how much we're doing?
I don't know. Interview women and men for a job. Women tend to tell me a lot more of what they cannot do. And men tend to tell me, and I'm just saying men and women here because, I'm just dividing the group into two. But men tend to tell me a lot more of what they've done. They elaborate on things they've done.
They know how to boast it.
Pretty much. They do. And they're very proud of it too. And women tend to not say a lot of, oh, I've done all of this and I've done that and I've done. They sometimes end up saying to me, well, I haven't done this yet. I haven't done that yet. And I'm not, and that's also not true for all women because I've met some very, very powerful, wonderfully happy in their own skin women that know exactly the value of the effort they're putting into the world around them, for their families, for their work. So it can't be said, like, I can't brush everybody with the same stroke. But at the same time, moms need to not say that I haven't worked in the last 3 years because I give, this young person life and I was there for them 24/7. That's the biggest thing you can do for that child. So you've done a lot more than you were doing before. So I wouldn't look at that as a break. If anything, you were on a
you're doing a lot more.
You're definitely
and
doing
think
a lot
about
more.
how you've grown. And I always wonder about why men and women kind of position themselves differently and why we see ourselves differently. Men just have a different level of confidence in the workforce. That versus females. And then if females try to have that sort of masculine energy, then you're kind of labeled as certain things. But I hope that changes over time. I hope that women learn to like empower themselves. It's all about internal dialogue. I think so. Like how we speak to ourselves. I can totally downplay everything that I did yesterday, but I was very exhausted. Feedings, putting her to sleep, all that. And it gets repetitive.
Oh yeah, that's why she's such a happy baby, because you're doing all this work for her.
It gets
such
repetitive.
A happy, content baby.
It gets tiring, but at the same time, you have to like see the value in what you're doing.
Yes.
And then look at it in what you're achieving in terms of like you're helping a healthy, stable person grow into the world. That's not an easy thing to do, and someone that's going to contribute well into society. Absolutely, not an easy thing to do.
I recently met a mom. I think she has 4 boys and 3 daughters. Wonderful lady. And she told me that she's never worked a day in her life.
Perspective, right?
100% perspective. Like 7 children. Are you kidding me? You've been working, I don't know how many like extra hours than humanly possible all your life. And her children were just wonderful. The older ones were all in universities. The younger ones were going to different high schools, pursuing different kind of interests. And she had them in different sports. Like, can you imagine those children doing as well without their mom's 120% support? No. For that mom to think that I haven't worked a day in my life, to me, it was shocking. But at the same time, I understand that narrative that's been told to women. Unless you're earning, you're not working. That's not true.
Yeah. That narrative, I think, reduces confidence, and it just makes women think that they're not valued at all.
Probably. But I also think that women who have some free time on their hands, they should focus more on their own growth. In every way possible. So they should figure out a way to improve their own skills, whatever they may be. If they want to learn something like like a music instrument or be better at mathematics or whatever the case may be, when you get the time, invest in yourself, in your health first. Because that connects your well-being to your person. And the second thing would be prioritize your own needs as well. Don't let them be in the background all the time.
Mhm.
Don't let your personal needs take a back seat.
Mhm.
We can be very soft about it too,
Yeah.
but we have to be kinder to ourselves in that fashion first.
Mhm.
Do it not aggressively. You don't need to fight the world to win time for yourself. You need to
Mhm.
just prioritize within yourself that this is the time I'm taking and not feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
But funny thing is, she was extremely proud of all her kids' accomplishments. And that's all she talked about. She talked about her elder son. He was, I think, pursuing something at U of T. I can't remember, something related to sciences. And her daughter was doing something else in kinesiology, I think. So she was talking a lot about their accomplishments, but they were all instrumental because of her role in her household.
Mhm.
They were all able to get to that level because of the support and dedication she had provided them.
Mhm.
So I would never want a mom to ever say, I don't work.
Yeah.
The nature of the work is different if you're not going outside and working for somebody for a wage.
Mhm.
But when you're raising a family, somebody has to give more time
Yes.
between the parents, right? I don't see anybody for their motherhood taking a break from earning a wage as not working. Frankly, I've been blessed with the best people in my life, in my work life, and I have nothing but the best experiences from my previous bosses. That's one of the reasons why I am where I am today.
Mhm.
My very first boss at Atomic Energy of Canada said the nicest thing to me.
Mhm.
I said, I feel a little bit out of place because there's 100 people in our team and there's only 3 of us are women.
Mhm.
And he said, don't leave this industry because you don't have enough women around you.
Oh, I love that advice because eventually more women will come into the industry.
And they have.
Yeah.
And they absolutely have. And it's that that trend is changing. I don't think from the woman's perspective for work-related items. I think everybody has the ability.
Mhm.
It's a person.
Yeah.
If you can understand that you, as a woman, you can have a different set of emotions, a different set of biology. Like there is a difference, biological difference, 100%.
Mhm.
But once you understand your abilities as a person,
Mhm.
you can work on them, you can grow, and everybody has such a strong role to play in life, right?
Regarding role in life, we'll end it off in here. I just wanted to know, based off of the name of the podcast,
Right.
The Legacy List. You're on the list. But anyways, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Have you thought about that before? Do you think about it from time to time, or has this not crossed your mind? And you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Never ever crossed my mind. I do work on myself to be better than yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. I mean, life itself doesn't have a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically just continue to live to improve on who I am, how I do things, how I handle my emotions,
Mm-hmm.
how I basically plan out my days. I'm just working to improve myself on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually,
Mhm.
if something that I do ends up being good for the world, good for me, good for my family,
Mhm.
great, fantastic. That will be the gift.
I get it. Yeah.
So that would be fantastic if somebody, like my son, every now and then gives me a lot of feedback on, Mom, thank you for doing that to me. That really helped me. And that would be something that I did 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I didn't know 10 years ago that that was going to help him.
Mm.
So sometimes you get feedback which tells you that you did something in the past that helped someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very helpful.
Yeah.
It validates, oh, that was a good thing I did.
Yeah.
But now I don't think about a legacy. I don't think about any of those things because every day has its own battles. And I try to, like earlier we were having a conversation. I want to know 10 years down the road what my 10 years future self is going to tell me to be doing today. I want to know, yes. But I'm not going to know. And I need to be okay with it.
Yeah.
To make the mistakes that I'm warranted to make today.
Yeah, we can't know exactly what the correct steps we should take to be in a certain spot, whether it's like family life or our health, whatever it may be.
Absolutely.
So I think it is all trial and error.
You just have to make an effort.
Yeah,
you just have to make an effort.
Yeah, take step forwards.
Yeah, effort in the right direction, and the right in itself changes from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
So what I felt was right 10 years ago doesn't feel right anymore.
Yeah.
Because life has changed, context has changed.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I want to thank you so much for your time. You've always been a role model of mine.
Don't say that. You need a better role model.
Find me one. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I will. I can recommend a whole bunch.
Yeah, you've always been a really good role model, and thank you for sharing all your experiences.
That's so kind of you to say. I actually enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun.
But thank you for everyone that's tuned in, and be sure to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and subscribe onto Spotify as well. Thank you. We'll see you later.